All right, everyone, here we go. It's time for Showbiz Theater. We are now inviting our very talented film expert, Jason.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I love being on this show talking about my love of cinema, or more specifically Korean films.
And we're happy to have you here. Now, I can sense that you're somewhat a bit more excited than usual.
Yeah, exactly. I'm talking about my favorite director, who in my opinion is the best director working in the film industry, in the Korean film industry, and also the film industry around the world, Bong Joon-ho. Incredibly talented, yes.
Your favorite director?
My favorite director. He's phenomenally talented. His films just bewilder me time and time again, because I just find it incomprehensible how intelligent these films are.
Well, many famous movies, of course, The Host, Memories of Murder, Mother, more recently Snowpiercer as well.
Yeah, like his films are always critically successful, the critics always come out and support his films, and also commercially as well. Apart from his feature debut, they've all been very successful.
Yeah.
And so he just has this amazing ability to be able to make films that are very intelligent, but he's also able to attract the masses.
Yeah.
And that's what makes him very, very special.
And he might be breaking a new record here, because his movie, Snowpiercer, is about to reach the 10 million viewer mark.
Yeah, potentially he could become the first Korean or first director to have amassed 10 million admissions with 2 films. No other director has managed that. No other Korean director has managed it. No other Hollywood director has managed it. And so he's basically in a league of his own.
So it's quite amazing. So today, just for our viewers, we will be focusing on director Bong Joon-ho.
Exactly.
All right, now 3 years later again, in 2006, he releases a phenomenal movie, The Host.
Yeah, The Host, which went on to break records, quite literally.
13 million?
Yeah, 13 million admissions, which still remains the most popular Korean film of all time. I mean, Avatar surpassed it later on, which is an American movie directed by James Cameron, of course. But no other Korean film has passed that mark. The Thieves was quite close to doing it, but didn't quite manage it. But yeah, The Host phenomenally successfully commercially.
The story, what is it about? This monster living on the Han River?
Yeah, it's a monster living in the Han River. You see the monster very early on, which again is as we see here. This is early on in the film. Normally a conventional kind of an American monster flick, if you like, you'll see it late on. You know, something like Alien, where you don't see the full kind of the monster or the alien until the end of the film. But Bong Joon-ho kind of turns that upside down. He reveals it very early on in the film, within the first few minutes, and that's what makes him special. He tends to move away from conventions, but at the same time, he does kind of imitate it, but he does it in his own way, in his own style, which makes him very unique and very popular with critics.
Yeah, that's right. The Host, quite amazing. I'm sure maybe some of our viewers have even seen this movie. You've probably seen it several times yourself as well.
Yeah, countless times. It's great to watch on Blu-ray and DVD. And I saw it in Busan a couple of years ago. They redid it in 3D, which is really interesting to see, like the whole movie in a 3D medium.
The monster coming at you.
Yeah, and it looks like the kind of
you.
The benefits and the things that don't work so well in 3D. Some of the kind of some of the spatial ratios don't work so well.
And in this movie as well, in The Host, he manages to combine excitement and also popularity.
Yeah, I mean this film is probably emblematic of Bong Joon-ho's kind of trademark. He's able to make a film exciting, and so he's therefore able to make his films popular with the casual moviegoers. But then there's also the film academics, the critics that love this film. It was very well received in Cannes.
So many awards.
Yeah, I mean,
countless awards for this movie.
Awards, the prestigious film festival where it won awards, and then in Cannes it won critical acclaim.
Yeah.
It didn't play in competition, but it was very, very well received.
And here in Korea as well, I think it was something like 8 different awards for the movie.
Yeah, exactly. And so he's just able to attract critical acclaim while also being very, very popular with moviegoers.
Yeah, so that was his biggest hit, The Host, released in 2006.
That's right.
And Jason, 3 years later again, he seems to be making movies every 3 years. 2000, 2003, 2006, this time 2009 with Mother.
Yeah, that's right, with 3 intervals, which again is a smart move. He doesn't make a film like every year, like perhaps some other directors. He tends to wait and get the script polished and make sure that everything is in place before he makes a movie.
Mother was actually well received by the international audience as well?
Phenomenally well received. I think Mother was possibly one of his, in terms of critical acclaim, probably one of his best films.
Was screened at Cannes?
Yeah, it was screened in Cannes. Very well received by critics, and critics here in Korea love the film too. It's I don't know how to explain it. I mean, it's an incredible film in that there's just so much meaning to it, and it looks at this mother who just does everything for her son.
To save her son?
To save her son. Her son's accused of murdering this girl, and she just does everything she can to help him out. And the son, played by Won Bin, he has learning difficulties. And so again, you see characters, these ordinary characters, or these characters that are put to the fringes of society. We saw that with The Host. You know, it's a family of kind of oddballs that defeat the monster. And here you've got Won Bin playing this character with learning difficulties, not the kind of conventional character you'd see in Korean cinema. So that's another thing I love about him, the way that the characters that he chooses to have in his films. And Kim Hye-ja, I mean, her performance was just sublime. And
I think she won some awards also for this role in the movie Mother.
Yeah, she won an award in LA for her performance in the film, and Won Bin as well. I mean, he didn't receive any awards on the foreign sector, or the major foreign awards, but he certainly attracted acclaim, and he's a big actor. He has a pretty face, but yet he can act very well.
Definitely. You should mention that because we have many female viewers also watching us. Indeed. Thank you. So that was the movie Mother, released in 2009.
That's right.
그나저나 우리 이 살인 사건이 얼마만이냐?
All right, now, Jason, we've talked about all his previous movies: Barking Dogs Never Bite, Memories of Murder, we had The Host, Mother, and now, of course, we have to mention his latest movie, Snowpiercer.
Yeah, Snowpiercer, which is a 100% Korean production. It was funded by a Korean company.
But Hollywood actors.
Yeah, Hollywood and British actors feature in the film, so it has a very global feel to it. The film is in some ways a global production, but in others a very, very Korean production, which makes it incredibly unique.
A very fun movie. We were actually at the premiere together, weren't we?
Yeah, we went to the press screening, and that was fascinating to watch it with you, Adrian, and my mind was just...
You were waiting for this movie for a few months.
I couldn't comprehend how good this film actually was.
And this movie is now also breaking records here in Korea as well. Many people went to watch it.
Yeah, becoming the most successful film of the summer thus far. So Some were concerned that it perhaps wouldn't do as well as they would like it because it's got such a big budget.
Sure.
But attracted the masses.
Definitely.
And it's also a sci-fi film. Sci-fi films traditionally don't do very well in Korea, but it was the first kind of massive, big budget sci-fi film to do this well. It's by a Korean director here in Korea.
We actually focused on it on a previous edition of Showbiz Theater. It's basically about a train which circles the Earth.
That's right. And there's a kind of a class revolution that takes place within the train. You have the less privileged in the back, whilst the upper class or the social elite.
And they try to take control of the train, basically.
Yeah, they take control of the train. It's based on a French graphic novel.
Le transpersonnel.
There you go. I won't even attempt to pronounce it. It's based on a French graphic novel. Bong Joon-ho read the comic.
He liked it.
Read the graphic novel rather back in 2005 and liked it, and then decided he wanted to make it. And so after he finished Mother, he began on this production.
Yeah, so I'm guessing maybe our viewers are gonna be seeing this movie sooner or later.
Yeah, it recently had its French premiere at the Ville Film Festival, and it will, I think, go from one festival to another. It's screening in Busan, so for those that can make it to Busan, you can definitely go there and watch it.
Snowpiercer, released this year.
Curtis, is it time?
Now isn't the time.
Well, when is the time?
Soon. Are you Nam Goon-min Soo? Security specialist? We control the engine, we control the world. This time we take the engine. Then what? We kill him.
And now Bong Joon-ho is already working on his next production. It's called Sea Fog, apparently.
Yeah, he won't be directing this film, he'll be producing it.
Okay.
He won't be behind the camera.
He'll be more backstage.
But it'll be interesting to see what kind of influence he has as a producer. Any influence on a film by Bong Joon-ho's influence is always going to be very, very welcome.
Sure.
It's going to star Kim Yoon-sok.
And also JYJ member Park Yoo-chun.
Yeah, so it'll be a very interesting movie. We're still getting the details now.
Yeah.
And I'm very excited to watch that movie, especially as a Bong Joon-ho production. And I'm very excited to see what kind of film it will be like and what kind of influence he has. And he's always on the go. I mean, if he's not making a film, he's preparing his next one. And at the moment, he's promoting Snowpiercer all around the world. He's just finished the massive kind of the PR promotion campaign in Korea, where he toured the country with Song Kang-ho and Ko Ha-sung. And now he's embarking on a global trotting trip, much like the train in Snowpiercer, going to Europe and Japan and all over the place. And he'll be very welcome because the film is just so good.
That's right. Well, thank you very much. So today we focused on Bong Joon-ho, his past, his present, and his future. Next week we're going to talk about a movie.
Yeah, we haven't quite decided what film we're going to be talking about, but it's going to be another upcoming Korean film that's going to be entertaining viewers, no doubt.
Sounds good. Thank you very much, Jason.
Thank you very much.
All right, everyone, we'll have another edition of Showbiz Theater prepared for you next week. Thank you.
Bye-bye.